The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
And I know Dundee's spoken to you about teeing up a battle.
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, I just told him like the last time I spoke to him, it was before the World Dom thing. I just said like, you're killing it. Like he doesn't need that battle with me. I know people because there hasn't been two good dudes that are kind of operating in that ballpark in a while.
I need
people
that
want to
battle,
see it. Yeah, right. But I said to him, dude, I was like, you're killing all the internationals. You're killing all these away games. If you keep doing this shit, they'll forget about me in 6 months. And I mean it, because that's how quick it turns over. So he doesn't need that to be the guy. As far as I'm concerned, he is the guy now. Like,
so you don't foresee it happening?
No. I can't do the Diz one, maybe. Like, maybe because it's Diz and it's like, that would be a fitting way to close it. But I can't just go back into the circuit when I've got deadlines that I need to be meeting. I got like a date with fate. I got shit to do. I really do. Like, so I can't see myself doing any. The Diz one would be a twist of the arm, and that's like foolish because it's such a good opportunity. But you know, if you got to work to keep the lights on, and you got to do your music on the side, you got to make sure that your time is used wisely. And I think I didn't really think too deeply into that before because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know that things were going to turn around. I kind of felt like, well, if the hype's gone and the radios stop fucking with you, then I'll just go back underground and just keep hustling to survive, sort of thing. Like, and then when you get that opportunity, you got to be a leader and go use it.
Do you reckon? I guess you're going to say, of course. I'm going to ask a question. You reckon you can take Dundee?
Well, I don't really care, dude. That's the thing. But you know why? And this is the same with the Diz one. It's like, I imagine myself winning and not caring about it. That's why I was like, I don't have time for this.
You don't have the hunger for it.
It's just self-indulgent for me at this point. Like, I have my fun. And, yeah, but I just had that thought. I was like, man, I'll win and I won't care. And none of my fans want to see this shit. Like, either of those matches. Any matches. I lost fans battle rapping because it's distracting. It's like, what are you doing that for? That's why every time I do a song, you see the energy starts creeping back and people are like, oh, you're getting back to what you should be doing. You know?
Yeah, wow.
People don't really respond to that shit that well, except for a demographic of people that really met me in Prime through the WRCs from overseas. Like, I get a lot of love overseas, but a lot of the guys locally don't really like me, you know? Dead serious. Like, I was out in all these places, like Toronto, all these places. Everywhere you go, there was people being like, man, I saw you guys fucking 8 years ago, and I never forgot it, and like, this shit's crazy, da-da-da, you did great tonight. But then you come home, and it's just beef, and it's like, you got to see me, this guy's got to see me. It's like, nah, man, I really don't.
So is it a pretty negative environment?
Well, I just think that because I'm not on the forums, that seems like I don't like them or something. Because even if you look at 60 and a lot of those guys, they were always in the conversations with all the fans on the internet and shit. And I'm not in those forums like I was for a little while. But the only time I popped in was to kind of congratulate Dunn when he went to Canada first. Like, sometimes when people can get a hold of you too freely all day, they just start saying things so that you see them, you know?
Yeah.
So because I'm not hanging out at recess with everybody, it looks like I got the good lunch and I'm over here and I'm not hanging out, you know? So I definitely didn't, like, when I'm at all those shows, I always hang out with everybody and they're like, oh man, he's pretty good. And then they don't hear from me for a little while and they're like, man, fuck that guy. Like, he must think he's too cool or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And then, you know, it's just that energy of like, I'm not from their class. My class is years ago. So there's no reason for me to be hanging out in the hallways. And that kind of rubs people the wrong way. But I want to just help now. You know, I want to like, originally my plan was to start a league. But at this point with the music and shit, I got other shit to do. But, you know, I want to like maybe go co-host some matches and shit and just show love. Because when I would go to those events prior to being back in it, it was always love. It was like the best, dude. They all really just happy to see you. And then you're on the flyer and fucking everybody hates you again. It's like, what the fuck is he doing here? Everyone's just like, what are you doing here? I hate you, man. because my friend started rapping on Wednesday, and he's in there tonight. And if you fuck him up, we're fucking you up. Like, it's just bad vibes. But
Oh shit.
I want to just do leader shit, man. Just try and help out because I don't have the time to compete. I just don't. It's too much fucking memorizing and stuff. And I'll always be a fan of it. Like, always want to watch. Always want to watch. Because it only takes 20 minutes to watch something. But to make something that takes 20 minutes to watch, particularly if you give a fuck about what you do. Like, if you just write minutes of stuff, it's fine. But, I would do a lot of editing because I want it to be airtight. That's why I wouldn't really miss a word. It's because I considered an extension of purpose. This is what it looks like when he goes here. This is what it looks like when he goes to the underground and just starts going off. This is what it looks like when he goes to the radio and drops 100. Or like, this is what his mixtape looks like. It's all part of it, but it's not the whole picture.
The lesson. 2-7. Oh yeah.